What is going on, YouTube? Today we have a little bit of a different video. It is our first set 3 video, and of course we're starting off with Vex. So for those that do know me, they know that green and purple are my favorite colors in a lot of TCGs, including Riftbound. So right here is the deck list we were working with in this video. So for those that are a little bit newer to set 3, Vex Gloomis is a legend that revolves around holding, right? A holding strategy is a slow and steady kind of wins the race kind of thing. So when you hold or ally holds, you may exhaust me to draw a 1. So it seems a little bit straightforward. Not the best on paper, but cards that really benefit from that kind of ability are cards like Vex Apathetic. Not only does it have deflect, but when it's at a battlefield, every unit your opponent plays, it enters stun, and not only that, it can't move, so it kind of stops ambushes, stops accelerate strategies, it stops a lot of things, and a lot of opponents have considered this card truly oppressive. So it might be one of the MVPs coming out of set 3, so we had to try out Vex for ourselves. Another little key component of this deck, of course, Sona, a good old set 1 card. It allows us to really make use of the runes while trying to defend those battlefields, trying to defend the apathetic on those battlefields. So Sona, a little bit of MVP as well. We have a little bit on our tail end, the Vex tier list, right? So with a lot of runes, we want to be able to utilize all the spells we can, and we want to make them as cost efficient as we can, which is why we have the tier list there. A little hidden MVP is actually Nami. Not only can you play it and stun an enemy proactively on your turn, but more importantly is when you hold, the next time you play a unit, it enters ready, which is very important to try to go ahead and try to push the other battlefield instead of just trying to rely on simply holding, because sometimes you do fall behind. So Nami's a pretty solid card. Another little sleeper pick is Janna. Right now that Fight or Flight has been banned as of Monday the 31st. Janna is just such a solid card. Pretty much effectively works the same way as Fight or Flight, but reaction speed pushes the unit back, and in those particular situations it can heal your units if they did damage before coming in on a combat. So you could do things like if Ezreal tried to do something like a Bellows Breath Watcher, a little Kaiser try to do something like Falling Star and then try to play a Watcher as well. You can heal it before the Watcher comes down. If you take a look at the sideboard, it is pretty much centered around trying to combat a bit of those crazy Aurora decks that we're probably going to see a lot of coming in set 3 because of Elder Dragon. Truly one of the MVPs right now coming into set 3. A terrifying card. When it comes down, it does 1 hit of damage on every single location, and any damage it does, it kills, right? So it's a ridiculous card, specifically an MF Aurora. So it tends to be Vex's worst matchup, and funny enough, in the video coming up, it will be a MF versus Vex. So we'll see how we fare against this matchup. Before we dive straight into the video, let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoy these type of videos, and more importantly, what legend do you guys want to go ahead and see on the next set 3 video. 24-hour stream. Oh, MF Aurora. I got the sideboard for you, but I might not have the main board for you. It's pick battlefields first before we decide. So let's go ahead and just start the Grove as we've been starting. And then he rolled a 5, and I'll let you guys know what I rolled. I rolled a 16. So, chat, I don't think we're winning this MF Aurora game, but we'll try to go as quick as we can. Alright, this is good. Sona's okay. This can go to the bottom. Sona, we desperately need a 2-drop, but we don't hit a 2-drop against an Aurora. Okay, we hit a 2-drop, so the Mug 2 was good. This is good practice. Yeah, XJ, it's good practice. I wished Atlanta was set 3, so it would be even better practice, because, chat, all I want to do is play set 3. But I have to practice because I will be in Atlanta. So eventually one of these streams do have to go back to good old set 2 with the bands. I think tomorrow's stream might be another set 3 stream though. And then Friday we got our set 3 tournament. And then Saturday we have our Leo/Atlanta meta tournament, which that one's going to be good. I wonder if there's still going to be a lot of... Wait, why did he play 2? Chat, I told him I was first, and then he went to go play first. All right, I'll start. I'll tell him ready. You know, we haven't played an MF Aurora all night, so I think this is good practice as well. What are you playing? XJ, I was on Aurelia before, but I don't know how good she's going to be. Want me to put the card back? I'm going to say it's okay. Just don't draw. Okay, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. All right, so 1, 2, draw. Zealous, and then pass. I'll pass, but he already had the turn, so we'll just tell him pass. Say, AJ, I don't know. I mean, I could maybe try to see if Aurelia still hangs in there. Who's been testing, though, in set 2 with the bans? Has anyone been testing with Aurelia? Because I hear, like, she's still okay, but I also hear she's just nowhere near the same power level as she was before. So I might have to pivot a little bit. We'll see what else I run. There's probably going to be a good amount of Aurora, as there tends to always do. I know the best deck might be something like a Master Yi deck. Oh, this is interesting. We haven't played against this. This enters exhausted, kill me, predict 2, then draw 1, gain an XP. Interesting. So another way of drawing / filtering through your deck. You got to pay energy. Okay, okay. So let's go 2. And then I guess we just have to play our girl out, right? I don't think I'm too worried about playing a block, so let's just not even hide anything to save some runes. And hey, Leo, what's going on? More new Riftbound streamers. Yeah, Leo, brand new here. She's just still slower, still boxing out 80% of the next deck, though. Okay, Llama, I can respect 80%. I can make do with a little 80%. But Leo, welcome on in, though. In my opinion, she's still the best deck right now. XJ, you think so? Okay, okay. I'll try it out. Maybe tomorrow's stream might be a little bit of an Aurelia stream, though. If you guys can't tell, green, purple are kind of my go-to colors. So predict 2 / draw 1. Okay. I like this Scryer Bloom in MF. I like the little tech coming out from set 3. I'll be testing out for Atlanta. Kuren, what do you think about running for Atlanta? And chat, by the way, if you guys are on Discord and asking me to fix your staff calls in rank chat, I apologize. I'll do it right after the stream, I promise. I see like 4 little pings on my Discord. I'm like, uh-oh. All right, so we go 1 and then double draw. So he's at 7, so we know Aurora comes out next turn. I might keep a Rebuke online for that, so let's just tap 2 for the kitty. And I think we just pass? Maybe I play the kitty here just to maximize and then pass? Because I still have overzealous. Alright, here we go. Dazzling Aurora number 1 coming down. Let's see that Elder Dragon. I do have a not so fast in hand, but that's just kind of delaying the inevitable. So if it's a mind splitter, I'm feeling kind of bad about it, but it is what it is. Punch first, last right, and a mind splitter. It is what it is. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and reveal the hand. If I'm him, I'm taking either Rebuke or Not So Fast. I'm personally, if I'm him, yeah, taking the Not So Fast. Smart guy. All right, we go boom, double draw. We go doom, go to 4. And I don't mainboard any removal, but I'm sideboarding a whole lot of removal. I think we played Nami on one side. And then just hide. So we go Nami here. And then we hide this guy. Here. Oh, wait. I think I want to hide. Actually, no. That's correct. That's correct. Because he kills something at each side, right? Actually, hold up, hold up, hold up. We go here. Cat. Now, wait. I already paid for my back off, right? All right, and then we pass. IRL, they will write down your card, so leaving your hand reveals acceptable here. Yeah, Slayer, but you never know. Maybe they didn't write down and they might forget. But you're totally right. You're not wrong. You should probably just leave it revealed. And sabotage to take something out. I might as well just go ahead and defy it to keep the rebuke in hand. Obviously, you could get a mind splitter, but let's just go ahead and defy it. And yeah, let's go to the next song. This one's kind of putting me to sleep. We need to focus, but maybe not focus like that. Does Baron work in TCGA? Quack, I believe so. I believe someone told me there's like a button or something. So he pushes in. I'm going to tell him pass prio. So we reveal here. Ping there. So we stun this guy. Our bargain repeated? Okay, he repeats it. So we'll go there. And then let's see if he has something for this guy for discipline. Does he have another hard bargain? Question mark it. Because then at least one of our units survive, right? Because right now it's 6-6. So draw one. And then one of these dies. But if he top deck an Elder Dragon. If he tops it a Mind Splitter, I'm not too upset because then we hold up to 6. But then from that position, I'm not liking my odds. Goes to 3. Okay, luckily there's no scrap heats anymore. So Lunar Bloom, great card for I think that card pretty much replaced Cold Shot in MF. And G, thank you for that follow. Mind Splitter or Elder Dragon? I don't have the not so fast. It is the Elder Dragon, so we know what's going down. So we don't get the double hold. You know, I don't hate my odds on a game 2 if he lets this game 2, but we are on a losing streak. It is 4. So plays the deflect. I'll tell him deflect. Because when you play me, you know, to be fair, MF might be one of the best, if not the best. Maybe I wouldn't give her the best, but pretty much top tier deck coming into set 3 because of DA, because of Elder Dragon. We do got double acceptable / double adaptatron. So we go boom, double draw. So we got the not so fast this time around. Now I got the point at 5. Weirdly enough, I think it's just go ahead. Oh, but we need to go ahead and uneven it out, right? Because we need something in the back. Because it'll be hold to 6, conquer to 7, and then double hold gets me there. But without, I can't take the DA down. So it's either, most people are playing 2 Elders, 2 or 3 Mind Spitters, right? So it's either going to be a Mind Spitter coming down. So is it more value to get the Janna out? Ferris, and then we just pass from there. All right, chat. Little by little, doing what we can. She did lose Call Shot though, which was a very bad stabilizer. Yeah, Leo, but as we saw, the little Lunar Bloom wasn't that bad, right? The Lunar Boom, I mean. Isn't he ready from Nami? Oh, chat, I am not thinking. It's okay. It's okay. I deserve it. I deserve it. You know, I'm playing one too many games than I was supposed to play tonight, so I should be at 6. But we'll give him the counter at least. But chat, you're good call. Good call, Leo. I'm not paying attention because I'm kind of already dooming myself knowing that it's all over because of the MF not being able to get cleared. But let's reveal. So I missed the point there, which could have been pretty big. So I'm personally taking Rebuke. But DA does have the ability of another Elder Dragon, right? So it might hit the not so fast number 2. And chat, forgive me for that misplay. That was a pretty big one, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't think it would have mattered at, you know, once everything's said and done. But it was a misplay nonetheless. I could add an additional point here. Made him push with 2, or made, you know, at least guarantee a hold on maybe 1 or even 2. Actually, I go to 6, hold to 8. Maybe there was a world. That misplay might have actually cost me the game here. Oh, Elder Dragon number 2. So the thing, and now he gets to hit the Nami. This does not feel good. So this goes down. Yeah, misplay after misplay. Or honestly, it was just a single misplay. But that big, yeah, by Bitcoin, that was the biggest misplay I've done. And I've been playing clean. I think it's because I'm forcing these games out when I probably should have called it a night a little bit earlier. So go here, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, because look at that. I would be at 8, right? Because I go to 7, double hold to 8. And then I just need a hold for dear life on one of these battlefields. So yeah, there could have been a world where we actually could have won this one. So I'm predicting maybe all are already out. So let's Nami here in case we could do a little something. And then that's 2 Mind Splitters. So the only card that's most likely left in the deck is the Mind Splitter number 3. So 3/3, I guess we play this guy out in the base. And then we just pass from there. Actually, that might have been a misplay. Blanc. Because yeah, how are we dealing with 2 other dragons? I had to stun Urgus. 12. Let me do some math here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Stun. So Janna comes down. I think it's Janna here. That way we have enough might over 10. No, Nami only works when Nami holds. Yeah, I know. Did you see it off Telos? I missed it. Oh, the flash on this guy. Okay, okay. But yeah, off Telos, I had a Nami hold, and then my fighter, my little guy should have came in ready with a buff to conquer up to 7. So I should be at 7 here. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't quite get there. And he takes out this. So yeah, we go here. But this is GG. I don't know why I'm dragging it. I think, honestly, the play did actually cost me here. Because that hosts a 7. And then I could have left one up for Rebuke, right? And if this was a stun, it doesn't even do anything. So stun, I'm 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. You know, I wonder if there's a world where we kind of stabilize, because at one point DA is no more units left in the deck, right? Surprise didn't gust the Janna in reaction. Quack, Would Jonas still get his trigger? Actually, I don't think it would get his trigger from that, no? Honestly, how many units does he even have? So wait, you can move to battlefield and back to base. TGA, that was from my push from Jana, right? You still got food tricks for the next turn. Yeah, but Jama boy, we're trying to get up to 9 and the Elder Dragon number 3 coming down plus a Mind Splitter. I think we concede here and then pray he gives us a game 2. I wouldn't mind a game 2. But something's telling me he's more of a one and done kind of dip out of here kind of guy. If it's a game 1 chat, we will call it. If it's a game 3, we'll let it be just to test their sideboard because we're specifically sideboard for the MF matchup, right? With the 2 acceptables. Because if we get rid of his DA nice and early, I think we could definitely hang in there. I'm going to try to play as clean as we can. No missing any Nami triggers. But yeah, chat, this one's as good as over. Four. Yeah, because 10, 20, 30 might. He could go ahead and split things up. He is at 1, having to go up to 7 with 2 cards in hand. And then how much is left in the deck? That's 1 more Mind Splitter most likely left in the deck. Is there a world where I just go ahead and try to... Alright, we'll go 1 more turn. Jana says here, so trigger would fizzle. Yeah, you're right, Quack. So he should have maybe gusted. Maybe valued gusting the Nami a little bit more. Alright, we'll let the next turn play out 1 more turn, but I should be conceding here. Because there's no cracking a 30 might board, right? Because if it wasn't Aspirin, there could have been a world, but yeah. Honestly, I think there was, like I keep going back to, I know shoulda, woulda, coulda, but I think there was actually a win here with that overzealous Nami play. Because then I wouldn't have to play the Zealous and leave up a rebuke. Alright, chat, let's run it back. Let's see if the sideboard could do a little something. So go here. So what are we taking off? Cheerless doesn't do too much in this matchup. So Cheerless could kind of go. Double acceptable. Double Adaptatron. This little alley can go. So double Adaptatron. Block doesn't do too much as his units are too big to kind of block over. A not so fast should be coming in. I think Evangeline doesn't do too much either, but she is a way of getting points. So let me think about this. I don't think Pharaoh's Strength. I desperately do need another not so fast in here though. Maybe all the cheerless can go. I don't need like a late game thing. I just need all the spells I can. Because it cheerless does good for me, but I actually think I take all the cheerless out. Hard bargain. Maybe an extra Defy for those Lunar Blooms. So let me find one more. I think I take one Evangeline for a Defy. And then we let it be there. Adaptatron, back off is good. Block is okay. Or honestly, we just need units to conquer, right? So maybe the block goes. Well, block could almost do something with the kitty cat plus this. Block could almost do a little something, but is it better than a 2-drop? Yeah, I think this is okay. Let's let it be. Thoughts on Azir and Unleash? Meh, I think it's good. I think it's decent. I don't know how great it's going to be because I'm trying to think of what cards he actually got in Unleash. I'm sure there's definitely some good cards. Chat, what are some good Azir cards that came out? I would have to look at all the cards again. But I haven't played Azir myself, so it doesn't like come off the top of my top of the mind. So all right, chat, we drew what we needed. We just need a little 2-drop here. So let's put the block back. Maybe block was wrong to keep. Let's put the Jana back. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Thoughts on LeBlanc and Pike? Max, I think those are 2 top tier legends for Unleash. Sacrifice. Green purple feels good. Nice, I think, with Vex. Man, I think Vex is feeling good next set. I think I haven't really tinkered with like the best Vex build. But please draw a 2-drop. Oh my goodness. Alright, pass. I kept the Evelyn's in here, right? Or did I take an Evelyn now? But either way, I didn't draw what I cited in for Evelyn. Evelyn over block for sure. Yeah, Bitcoin. It was a 100% Evelyn over block. You know, you took Ev out. I like the control version of her. Yeah, man, that's kind of what we're doing here. We're doing a little bit of control, but yeah, Bitcoin. You always get me with your name with the Bitcoin. But yeah, Evelyn not being able to be found, but we did see the block, so I think that was 100% the move. I think with this matchup, you do want as many units as you possibly can. So 4, I think we just go Nami pass. It doesn't matter too much about playing out. I'll rather have something like a Defy. I will define the Lunar if he plays something like that. Because then that brings me up to 5. I think we defy this 6, thinking. Because 6, 7, 8. So it gets 1 off. I think we just defy this. Just to save me 1 turn. There's the Evelyn we needed. And chat, I almost want to acceptable losses this little guy. And then just pray we get another counter for DA. But no. I think that's a throw. So let's go ahead and play this out. And then because everything in her is stun, I think we're feeling okay. Okay, and I won't forget my Nami trigger this time around. So let's see if we can remember. Keep in mind though, we can't overzealous fan on Valmon's lair. You know, there could have been an argument for taking that out, but I think we have to. If acceptable losses is the only answer we currently have for DA, I think we had to save it. If we had like an Adaptatron, maybe there was a world we get acceptable loss, but we need that answer for DA. Mr. Plus, you think so? What if we don't draw anything for Dazzling, though? That's what I was worried about. Of course, shoulda, woulda. If we do draw something for DA, then of course it feels great. But I don't know. I think having something guaranteed rather than looking for. But Mr. Plus, I'm interested in hearing the argument though. What do you think was worth it? Because I feel like I lose way harder to DA than I lose to that little guy. Man, is funny enough, is strong versus Vex, because Vex is a rather slow deck, right? We tend to just hold. So Dazzling Aurora decks actually are pretty good right now, at least against Vex. I figure he'll keep it around the board to protect against losses. True, Mr. Plus, I gotcha. So he goes DA next turn. I draw. So I think I Sona. Or do I Eve? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I Eve. Push here. So 3. And then I think I Sona on the left. And then I ready 4 and pass. So I didn't get the not so fast that we put 3 in the deck for. So Elder Dragon's gonna sting. But as long as we keep Nami, it should be okay. So Sabotage goes through. Ah, guys, Sabotage for our answer. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. We couldn't do nothing about it. We gotta pray for a top deck Adaptatron though. Lewis, yeah, he buffed on hold. Or the unit is on hold. So, Mr. Plus, in this circumstance, it was correct to acceptable loss. You know, with taking into account the sabotage that most MF were playing, I guess it could have been right. So he doesn't have Dazzling Aurora. That's a bit good for me. That's all 3 Lunars. So the draw has been kind of cut. There should be no more draws. So this is as big as the hand might be getting. So double hold, draw here, channel an extra. So I think we just kitty cat here. Get a buff. So get a buff here. And then overzealous here. And I wonder if I'm overextending against a time, bullet time. It should be alright. And then pass turn. So without the DA, it feels a lot more manageable. But if there's a time for the DA, it's going to be right now. Tap in 3, tap in 4, tap in 9. So here it goes. I'm praying it's a Mind Splitter. We have to praise a Mind Splitter. Granted, Elder doesn't feel the worst. Yeah, I know, Mr. Bluzz. We never truly know. But now he's truly playing around acceptable losses. So we need to only look around an Adaptatron. We have 2 of them in the deck. Yeah, Beastio, this is a good game. I'm happy he accepted on a game 2. Because chat, Nami Adaptatron goes in right now. We need a top deck for the first 2 draws. We need to get an Adaptatron. Did you try Unyielding Inside to answer Elder? Wait, Lewis. You mean Unyielding Spirit, the orange card? Oh, it is an Elder Dragon. Okay, okay. So let's see his targets here. So it takes the Sona, takes the Ev. Adaptatron, please. Double draw. So I go double hold. And then tap. Boom. Oh, but we do get a not so fast. I think we hide something for the simple fact of Mind Splitter not taking everything away from us. I mean, we just gotta hold. Yeah, Lewis, I wish we could play it. Does Ray Adaptatron even work here since you're both holding? True, Jose. True. So what am I talking about? You don't even conquer. So we're just trying to hold. So I'm going to hide something. I'm going to go ahead and flow to energy, even though it's kind of a fake hold. And then we just pass. I don't think I did the rune for, Alright, let's see what goes down. Hiding back off prevents cantrips, though. Oh, true. We could have drawn one more. And bullet time doesn't target. Oh, okay. Does he have double bullet time, though? Paying an amount of energy to deal that much damage to a battlefield? Man, where's my DeFis when you need them, right? So he has to pay 4. So is he gonna fort 4 runes? Oh. Right. Elder. I forgot. I have seen that interaction before, but of course, Elder Dragon is ridiculous. Chat 1 to 5 would have got me clutch, but I keep going back to the good old saying shoulda, woulda, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Um, Maybe it was worth keeping it in hand. I just always get scared from a mind splitter, but honestly, what was he gonna mind splitter in this predicament, right? So 4 cards in hand. All we're looking to do is hold with the little cat. Elder Dragon doesn't do it for him. Dazzling number 2. So if he hits a Mind Splitter into Elder Dragon, then he wins. Did you draw a card from that? I thought you did earlier. Mr. Plus, it has to be played from hand. Oh, the Baron Nashor. Okay. Don't I still win if he doesn't have a time, a bullet time? So that's the third battlefield. Okay. If he has a bullet time, he wins. Okay. All right, chat. We're going for game 3. All right, chat. Here we go. We're going for game 3. So GG. Side again. Well, I'll take both blocks out. Acceptable losses this time. Cheerless, Adaptatron. Cheerless for a Defy. And then we want a Not So Fast as well. So I think the little Alley J goes for Not So Fast. I think this is it, chat. Hard bargain for extra negates. No, because usually when you bullet time with a full set of runes, right? So I think we actually leave the hard bargain alone. Let me see if there's any cards we just don't really need in this matchup. All right, we're letting it be. Let's go for it. May the Defies be with you. Right. All right, guys, here we go. Final game of the day. Can we end off on a dub? Or if we lose, I feel good about this game. Even though if we lose, I feel like it was still a good game to end off on. Okay. So I'll keep both of the 2. I'll even keep the one on the... I'll even keep the Rebuke. I will put this back, though. Or should I keep both in case he has the Elder Dragon? No, I'll put one back to the bottom. Okay, so we got the 2 drops. I'm liking the Vex though. I don't want to cause my buddy is gonna run her, and I still got Aurelia. Telos Aurelia is probably not too bad against a Vex, especially if they're running Abandoned Hull. But it's tricky. I want to see it because Aurelia can't move from the Vex, right? So we go here. You know, this time around, if he plays the gear, I'm sniping it before Sabo comes down. He didn't give me a chance to defy, but I'm not going to defy because he only goes up to 7. I got 2 defies, so we're definitely looking at defying that. So we go here. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's playing Gus. It said he's playing Gus. Where is it? He said, is it bugged? Okay, it was bugged. I think we're forced to defy here. And then just pray for the best and pass. Maybe just for another turn to conquer. True. That's probably a better play, right? To get these early points online. I was scared of the MF getting accelerated, but they don't want to go down on points, right? But yeah, Mr. Plus, I know what you're saying. That probably would have been better. So he's in DA territory. We're praying he doesn't see a Sabo before anything, but plays out, I believe, the MF. So it goes 1, draw 2. And I do have the Nami here. I think we play Zealous here. And then the Nami, weirdly enough, in the back. I mean, if he hits Elder Dragon, it just doesn't feel too good regardless, huh? So I guess in that situation, we just go for Sona. Because we don't have the not so fast regardless, but we can make him think we have it. Because Nami in the back kind of just dies to Elder Dragon. So Elder Dragon hits boom, 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 boom. This goes in. I do need to find a turn to kind of speed things up though. So Sona here. And then maybe the cat in the back and just pray. All right, let's see. Because not enough point tempo. I know, Bitcoin. I know. I probably should have done the play with Mr. Plus was letting me know. But start lower. Appreciate that sub on YouTube. So we're up to 2. Keep in mind, they can't do anything. Oh, and the Sabo coming down. I think we have to defy this, funny enough. So that's 2 defies, 1 Sabo. I will rebuke if she decides to come in. We do have to play around hard bargain, but at this point, actually, no. What am I talking about? Rebuke. I'll just simply push it back with the Zealous. Wait, he doesn't have DA. He's not at 9 runes anymore. So Mind Spitter. Alright, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about that. Starcross is actually a super good counter. Elder Dragon. Leo, I was playing Starcross, but it ended up being that I didn't have enough cards on my side to benefit from it. But originally I did have Starcross as 2 in the sideboard. But you know, it just wasn't feeling too good against Elder Dragon regardless. I mean, it did feel good against Elder Dragon, but as the overall package of Aurora, it didn't feel that great. And IDK was going to turn into a lot of your streams, but I don't know if I've ever seen you play. Kind of have seen the main action. I'm saying IDK. Okay. So that goes through unless, wait. I think we do force them out. We do put the MF back in hand. So I'm super low on runes, but if he doesn't draw an Aurora, maybe I'm okay. So we go 1 up. Tap to draw for Vex. Oh, we drew the other acceptable losses. Not the worst. Push up the kitty cat. And then recycle 1 ready for... So Nami here. Push up the cat. Go to 4. Recycle 1. And then untap and then pass. Guys, we're like slowly getting there, but I don't think we actually get there. I mean, he's out of DA range. He's at 8 right now. You can't play Elder Dragon. The best you could do is another Mind Splitter. I think might be his best bet. I will accept it. If he goes in for a Conquer, I will do it on a Showdown. And I will stun as well. So chat, I am out. I am out of options. Luckily, I'm Vex drawing 2. Hopefully he doesn't have a hard bargain, because maybe that would. Maybe I should have started with Existential Dread. So tap and 4 for mobilize. Everything goes. So he has the DA most likely next turn. So draw 1 here. Go to 6 and chat. We're just looking for the double hold. Can we get it? I mean, we have a stun. If he doesn't have DA, hide Eve. Yeah, I could hide Eve, but the question is where? I guess in the abandoned hole, because the kitty cat might not stay around too long. Wait, Leo, real quick, let me know, why do you think on the cat? Why do you think on the cat? She only triggers on my turn. Are you confused? Because she only triggers on my turn. Oh, Leo, I see where you're cooking. You're cooking. You're cooking. All right, let's do it. Yeah, if he hits dragon, and then I have a stun pushback. All right. You know, I'll take it. Chat figured out a line that for some reason I couldn't see at this time. We'll blame it being around 10 p.m. my time. But let's go ahead and pass. Want to play a game after this one? Swordboy, I was just supposed to go live for about 2 hours. I think we're over 4 hours currently. So unfortunately, I'm going to call it a day. But I will be back tomorrow, chat. So we'll be back with a little bit more set 3 action mañana. But for today, it might be it. I'm going to go ahead and try to play this. Chat, no hard bargain, please. Okay, no hard bargain. Mañana some more action, chat. That is right. That is right. I'm going to try to do a whole lot more streams going in the future just because I have a bit more time on my hands. And it's set 3, right? Set 3 is one thing that gets me going. And maybe that sounds a little bit weird, but it really does. Like, I was a bit burned down on set 2. So this is kind of like a huge, what's the word? Rejuvenation, right? At least on my side. MF can't move, daddy. Oh, MF can't move, papi. Oh, MF can't move. Uh-oh, chat. He forgot. We might have cooked him. We might have cooked him. And that is how we end the stream. We said Aurora game 1. Okay, you could take that. But our sideboard, I told you guys at the beginning of the stream, we're specifically sideboard exactly for this matchup.